A portion of this video is brought to you by Sheath Underwear. For more information about Sheath Underwear, visit the link in the description or wait till the end of this video to hear more from me. You know, when our simpleton president, Donald Trump, talks about invading Panama or sending more troops, effectively an invasion of Greenland, wanting to annex Canada, talking about invading them, who knows what he has his sights set on at any given moment. Maybe he's watched some wacky TV show from the 50s or something, who knows. But yesterday, while in the Oval Office being interviewed, he made a very alarming assertion about what he did upon taking office this last time when the fires were raging in Los Angeles. And because Donald Trump's entire being is about getting credit for everything, he's focused on what he's saying and not really thinking about the words he's using, or maybe he is thinking about the words he's using. And he really does mean to say that when he took office, he invaded Los Angeles, California. That the president of the United States invaded a city within a state belonging to the United States, a part of the Union, a member of the Republic. Donald Trump said he invaded. And it's all in service to this myth that he somehow helped the wildfires that destroyed hundreds and hundreds of homes, left people in the lurch. It's all in service to he says he helped, that he opened up the water, he opened up the faucet and let the water in. We'll deal with all of this. But first, listen to him talk about his invasion of LA.
I invaded Los Angeles and we opened up the water, and the water is now flowing down. They have so much water they don't know what to do. They were sending it out to the Pacific for environmental reasons. Okay, can you believe it? And in the meantime, they lost 25,000 houses. They lost, and nobody's ever seen anything like it. But we have the water. I'd love to show you a picture. You've seen the picture. The water is flowing through the half pipes. You know, we have the big half pipes that go down. 25 years ago, they used to have plenty of water, but they turned it off for environmental reasons. Well, I turned it on for environmental reasons and also fire reasons. But and I've been asking them to do that during my first term. I said, do it. I didn't think anything could happen like this, but they didn't have enough water. Now the farmers are going to have water for their land, and the water is in there. But I actually had to break in. We broke in to do it.
Virtually everything he said there is incorrect. Or another word to say it, he's lying. Get a load of this headline from the Washington Post. Army Corps, new Trump order would waste California water. Memo shows the Army Corps colonel responsible for releasing reservoir water at Trump's direction knew it wouldn't reach Southern California as he promised, a memo obtained by the Post shows. So I'm going to get to that. I have the memo right here. I'm going to read this from a full-bird colonel in the Army Corps of Engineers who admitted that it wasn't going to work. That the water that was released when Donald Trump broke in and opened up the faucet, that water wasn't going to get to where it was intended, where Donald Trump claims it went. It was just going to sit in Tulare Lake. The other thing about this is the fact that Donald Trump knows that this is not the case, that he's hurting farmers who largely vote Republican, even in California. That now that water has been wasted and it won't be available to them when they desperately need it in the Central Valley for their crops. It takes a gallon of water per almond to cultivate, to grow, and bring to maturity. A single almond is a gallon of water. Not to mention how much water it takes to raise a pound of beef, whether it be growing the crops that feed and fuel the growth of the animal or the actual water that you have to feed to the animal. It's an immense amount of water. But here's this memo that was mentioned in the Washington Post article. Paragraph 3 here, section 3, just the bullet point 3. SPK also noted, this is from the full bird colonel Army Corps of Engineers. SPK also noted that the water within the flood control space in these reservoirs could not be delivered to Southern California directly. Again, could not be delivered to Southern California directly, and would require coordination with the U.S. Bureau of Reclamation and State of California Department of Water Resources to pump the water through the Kern River entry to the State Water Project. Otherwise, the water would remain in the Tulare Lake Basin. Signed on the second page, full bird Colonel Chad Warner Caldwell. So Donald Trump didn't invade anything. Donald Trump didn't break into anything. Donald Trump didn't solve anything. What he did was give himself a win rhetorically with the MAGA world, because they don't care about facts. They don't care about science. They don't care about data or research. They don't care about what the reality is in our world and in the situation of the fires in LA. What they care about is letting Donald Trump feel like he got a win. Because the water that they released, it did get released. It just didn't flow to LA. LA had plenty of water. There was a pressure problem, if we're getting down to the brass tacks of it. All of the lies and conspiracies that have been spread from everybody as far-reaching as, Republicans and Anna Kasparian and Cenk Uygur from the Young Turks, morons, all of them, are just to service Donald Trump's ego. He didn't do this. He didn't help. The problem he says was a problem wasn't a problem. A further problem with having a stupid person as president of the United States. And I don't know how many times I've said it. Maybe I need to make stickers about that. Stop electing stupid people to high office. Because when people are in the lowest moments of their life, they need leadership. And leadership doesn't come in the form of idiots talking out of their assholes about invading cities within the United States. What do you think? I invite you to this conversation. Tell me how I'm wrong. I brought receipts. I hope you do too. You can comment below. You can also call the voicemail line 714-576-4054. And of course, as always, you can email me daily@dollemore.com. If you want to help support this work, you can go to dollemore.com and get a sticker or a mug and help produce these videos through that kind of a funding mechanism. You can also click the join button below for $1.99, become a channel member right here on YouTube, or you can go to patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. I'm on the social media where you can also tell me how wrong I am. I'm at Dollemore. I would love to see you. And I will see you next time. Until then, be genuine. Take care of one another. I talk nearly every day about how divided we are as a country and the havoc that this division wreaks. But not all divisions are bad, right? As a mathematical concept, for instance, division allows you to split things into equal parts, allowing for equal shares. Division of labor has, for thousands of years, allowed humans to evolve their efficiency and specialization when working on certain tasks. And you can ask any kid to tell you that dinner is far better when the meat is divided from the veg. And what's more annoying than when you're sitting at a cramped table or out in the humid weather than having your meat smashed into your two veg? Is the meat and veg metaphor working here? It's time to divide and conquer with Sheath. Sheath makes the most comfortable boxer briefs I have ever worn. Regular boxers are just too loose and bunchy and not great. And briefs are just a smush fest. Sheath are the solution. Head to sheath.com and use promo code Dollemore to score 20% off and upgrade to the most comfortable underwear you'll ever wear. I'm wearing a pair right now, and indeed, that may be all I'm wearing under the desk here. But really, sheaths are the only underwear I wear. Absolutely fact. Their testicular tech features dual pouches to keep your mane apart from your sides. More dinner metaphors. Note, if you're not into the division for some reason, you don't have to use the dual pouches at all. Just throw your sheaths on like regular pair of underwear and you're good to go. Also, Sheath's stretchy fabric is super soft and made with moisture-wicking technology to keep your president and his cabinet cool and comfortable throughout the rigors of the day. I love my sheaths all the time, but they are particularly clutch in the sticky heat of DC summers, which is basically like 9 months out of the year. They were invented by a U.S. Army veteran while serving a tour in Iraq. The idea for Sheath came from discomfort in harsh environments. As a former Marine stationed in that part of the world, I get the inspiration. The airflow meshes are my personal favorite, but Sheath has tons of excellent styles and designs. Pick a pair and Sheath will hand them to your doorstep nearly instantly thanks to blindingly fast shipping and amazing customer service. Also, Sheath supports multiple charities like Socks for Soldiers and Doctors Without Borders. So with your purchase, you're making the world a better place too. Upgrade your undergarments. Score 20% off right now when you head to Sheath.com and use code Dollemore. Divide and conquer your discomfort with Sheath underwear.